Hello there.
Hello there.
And welcome to Corellian Chinwag. My name's Jamie.
And my name's Shaun.
And we love to talk about all things Star Wars.
All things Star Wars, but this is our Corellian Chinwag episode. This is our Friday catch-up, our peek behind the curtain, as it were, Jamie's little tagline there. This is a chance for you to just listen to us talk some smack and cheese.
Smack and cheese indeed. We do love a little ramble on.
We do.
And just find out what we've been up to.
That's it, and enjoy our lovely, lovely deep well studio sound. That is coming to you from Jamie's.
And by now, hopefully you'll have heard the last week's episodes.
Yes.
And let us know if you can tell the difference.
We can.
Because we can, and I think it's fair to say we've both been blown away by the difference.
Yeah, the quality and the what comes out in your headphones, whether you wear headphones or earphones. I wear earphones when I'm out and about, and even with as much noise reduction or whatever I can get, the quality from the last episode to any building up to that, it is a canyon in there.
Yeah, it almost makes you want to restart the entire podcast.
Yeah, from the very beginning. Let's just re-record every episode. But if I talk about Qui-Gon living again for now,
yeah, it's still too soon.
It's still too raw.
They were some trying times at the start, weren't they?
But listen to where we are now. This is the thing, and I just hope that people who listen to that first episode are still with us now.
Yeah,
because if you've been on this little journey with us, up to now, A, thank you, and B, your ears thank you as well.
Yeah,
because it's got a lot better.
Yeah, thank you for sticking around. We appreciate it. So, right, let's get into it then.
What have you been up to? Let's do you first.
Okay, let's do me first. I shall be the selfish one today. I have been really busy.
Yeah?
I can't talk about what I've been busy with.
No, of course. Top secret and all that.
Yeah, and it will remain to be top secret forever. I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
That's not exciting for your listener. It's mostly work stuff. However, I've started watching Fallout.
Yes, you said yesterday about that to me.
Yeah, so I probably won't even finish it this week. I'll need to probably extend a subscription, which is frustrating, but might be a necessary evil.
Good, is it? I haven't seen it yet, even though I love Fallout.
Yeah.
I'm just watching other things, and I want to have some free headspace to enjoy it instead of trying to plug it in between stuff.
I am loving it.
Yeah?
I mean, I like the Fallout games anyway. I've always thought they were really good.
Yeah, brilliant games.
Fallout 4, I've got on the Xbox down there, and I've had it for months, and I started playing it again.
Yeah.
About half a year ago or so, and I've really got into it.
Las Vegas as well, and I even loved 76 when it first came out.
Yeah.
And there were no human NPCs, and the idea was that you're on a server of people, and you are the only humans on the map. Like, that for me was so good. I know it's a bit different now. Yeah. 76 players.
I never got into it. I never heard anything good about it, so I kind of put it.
Oh, it's a lot better co-op. Yeah, like me and two mates played online, and we only sort of went on our own to do little bits. But when we had a proper, like, we're going to do this mission, are we all going on? Like, we did the story together.
Oh, cool.
As if we had all left the vault together, built sort of, shelters together, and then cooked for each other, and then finished it. And that element of 76, and so good. But the Fallout is the soundtracks for me.
Oh,
The radios on Fallout are just amazing music.
So here's the thing: I play those games, and I play in silence. I don't have the music on as I'm walking around.
Oh, don't you?
Because I'm trying to be sneaky. And even though I know the radio actually has no impact on your sneak,
yeah.
I want it to be quiet. I've usually got my headphones on. I'm listening for creatures. I'm listening for death claws and
walking around,
rad roaches and all the rest. Yeah. And so I've never really... You hear the music as you go into places.
Yeah.
Occasionally the radio's on or whatever, and then I go over and I turn it off.
Yeah.
But that's because I want it to be quiet so I can see what's going on, because it's...
Yeah, you're trying to immerse yourself, aren't you?
I am, yeah. In a sort of a wasteland survival
mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of, I need to get into survival mode on the game because I've heard that's the way to play it.
Yeah, I've heard the same. I haven't actually got there though. Never got there. Survival.
I think it's one of those where you can play the game as normal, but actually, if you wanted to play from survival from the start, you can, because you just adapt to what's difficult about it, and then just go from there. So watching the series, the music is tip top.
Yeah. I'm glad to hear this.
You're gonna love it, because if you like that music anyway, it's all like 40s style.
Yeah, swing sort of.
Yeah.
Blues. Yeah.
Crooner.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of it is just in there, and it's so good. As you start watching the first scene on that first episode, so good.
Yeah?
Yeah, straight away, you're going to be like, okay, what's that?
Somebody's played the games. Is this what you're telling me? Somebody's played the games and they know.
Oh, there's things in there you're going to see. Like, you're going to see Mr. Handy early on.
Good.
But not for very long. Because he's not really a character at that point.
No.
Like in the games, he becomes a proper character in himself.
Yeah, later on though, isn't it? Yeah.
Voiced by Matt Berry.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
New York City. I cannot do a Matt Berry impression.
No, I can't either.
But he's just got...
He's got an iconic voice,
I think he's got my favourite voice ever.
Really?
And I would stick him above. Like, I love listening to Morgan Freeman, David Attenborough. Yeah. Great voices. But Matt Berry brings this comedy to the voice.
Yeah.
That I just can't get past. I love it.
That's cool though.
Yeah. And then watching through the story progresses, that you will just see things and be like, oh yeah, that's in the game. Oh yeah, that's in the game. Or I wonder if this is going to be in the game.
And then it turns out it is.
And it is, or it is. I mean, I'm only 3 episodes in, 4 episodes. I think I'm halfway through episode 4. I don't really like watching half episodes, but
no, you're like me. I must finish it.
But where I've been quite busy,
I've
kind of these episodes are an hour long.
See.
So I'm like, I can watch this much, but then I've got to go and do something else. So I kind of haven't had the chance to sit and watch. I have watched entire episodes, but I've had to stop halfway through this one. And then there's a character. So I spoke to you yesterday about this. There is a character in this series, and I know he's going to be your favourite character.
Nice. And is he on one of the adverts?
I can't remember the adverts. I imagine so.
Yeah. I think I know which one you mean.
Yeah, actually, yeah. As Sean's done some sign language there, and
it's the right guy.
It's the right guy.
Nice. I'm looking forward to that.
He's absolutely spot on. So that's I've been watching that, which is really good. And then yesterday we met up.
We did.
You and Katie.
Yeah.
And we went to the old flicks.
The old flicks.
We went and saw a talkie.
A talkie, a moving picture, a movie, as it were. A cinematic experience that was,
an experience.
It was an experience, yeah. 25 years ago.
25 years old, we watched The Matrix.
Yeah, and as you know, we love that film, and we love the idea of it, and the cinematography, and the acting, and everything. Yeah. Love that film.
Yeah, it was so good. We did a whole episode on it.
We did, yeah.
Some time ago now, and you know, we don't need to rehash every single detail of the film.
No.
But if you want to listen back, go and find it in the old archives.
Yeah, it's one of the bonus episodes. It's called Mr. Smith. No.
Oh, yeah, it was something weird, wasn't it?
Mr. Anderson takes drugs and Mr. Smith has a virus.
Something like that,
Something like that, wasn't it? Yeah. We should really know.
we should, but as you know, we do stuff in this studio and then disappear, and it all falls out our head.
Oh, but it's one of those again. It's like when I went to watch Phantom Menace. It was made for the big screen. You can watch The Matrix at home and enjoy it, but when you're listening to the music coupled with the funny 90s thumps of
Yeah.
fighting. Like when somebody punches him, it's not like he's punching a pillow.
Yeah.
But because it is in that film, you need to be in the big screen to feel it.
I do have some minor criticisms of the film.
Yeah, it is old now though as well.
Yeah, and bearing that in mind, it is old, but you can tell it's filmed on a digital camera.
Yes.
And the tech just isn't quite as good. So the quality of it's not amazing. Some of it, you could have filmed it on your phone and it would look just as good, if not nowadays actually better.
Yeah.
So the sound design's fine, but I want it to be more immersive.
Yes, especially in the, when they go into the military base
Mm-hmm.
and they're shooting in that one room.
Oh, when they go into the big corporate buildings. So,
yeah, I always wanted that to be a bit more, because the techno's music's so vibrant and loud.
Yeah.
It actually puts away the guns. And you kind of want the guns to be really loud, because it would be so loud in there.
It would be really loud in there.
Oh, that's I get what you mean with the sound and stuff. You would want certain things to be a little bit more around you.
I kind of want the back speakers to be a touch louder.
Yeah.
Just to kind of, but that might just be the cinema. They maybe don't have it set up in that way. Maybe if you're in the IMAX or whatever, you're in a sort of flagship cinema.
Oh, maybe they would use a bit more surrounding sound. Yeah.
But then it's all down to the quality of the production and to what degree they put it all together. You look at the film though, and you think the stuff they talk about, the technology they sort of mention, you think it would be as cutting edge as possible. And at the time, it probably was.
Yeah.
But you can't beat a 35mm recording of it. I could be wrong. Maybe it was done on 35, and maybe it's just the digital version of it loses a bit of quality in the reproduction.
Yeah. When was the first? We'll go back to the Matrix. When was the first Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, filmed? Was that the same sort of time? No, that was.
I feel like that was early 2000.
I'm just going to have a quick check, because I'm sure I read somewhere. I'm probably really wrong now. I'm sure I read somewhere that they're roughly the same time, and then you can see the difference between quality of. 10th of December 2001. So actually, it was only 2 years after. Yeah, so I guess maybe in 2 years the difference in quality though.
Yeah,
but then they were trying new things as well. I think they were trying to make it look like it was fake.
Yeah,
it was intended fakeness, like the bit in the hallway, and it's all sort of wavy. Because he's destroyed Mr. Smith. And that's only because they think that a computer program would make it look like that.
I actually don't really have an issue with the special effects in the film. I thought they were really good for the time.
Yeah.
Nowadays I'm sure they would look better.
Oh yeah.
But I think it's just the literal quality of the film. But then again, they probably just put a load of grain effect on it.
That's what I think when I watch it, because it's very grainy, but also it's very muted. It's very dark.
The colour grading's really good. So most of it's in green.
Yeah.
Or light blue.
Which a computer screen.
Yes. Yeah, so it's taking that green text, that fallen text, and use that colour or variations on that colour to then tint the entire screen. Except for the scene with the Oracle,
which is very colourful and bright,
which is more orangey yellow. That's the tint that's on there.
Yeah,
it's sort of this kind of weird,
warm though.
Yeah,
safe.
It is warm. It is safe. Yeah, it's an interesting point. Anyway, overall, I loved watching the film.
Yeah,
great to sit on a big screen again.
Yeah, I love in these anniversary releases of films. I think it's a great thing to do for cinema.
Yeah, because I realised yesterday when I was talking to one of the guys that works there before I came in. I said, I remember I watched this in the cinema when it first came out. I said, because I'm just old enough to have been able to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
But there'll be plenty of people who are younger than me who have never seen
it in cinema.
In the cinema, yeah. Which is...
Because what was the age rating of it? Was it 15?
It's a 15.
So I don't think I would have watched it till it come out on video, because at the time I was 9.
Yeah.
And I don't think my dad took me to it to watch it in the cinema.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was as soon as it come out on video.
I still had a paper round.
There you go. That just goes to show how long ago it was, you know. Oh.
And as you can tell by my face, it was an uphill paper round.
Yeah, you had a hard paper round, didn't you? Windmill Wheel or Spawn Hill going up the Newbury. Yeah, great. Loved it. And it's funny to see young Keanu Reeves, because he's still going.
He's such a good-looking boy back then, isn't he?
Yeah. I mean, he's still good-looking now. But it's weird to see all these, and obviously, what's her face? Trinity.
Carrie-Anne Moss, yeah.
Carrie-Anne Moss, that's it. And now she's in The Acolyte. She hasn't aged a day.
2 episodes in a row we've spoken about her.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. But she in The Acolyte, the first episode there, she doesn't look like she's aged a lot in 25 years.
I actually think she looks better now than she did then.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, and Morpheus.
Oh, man, Morpheus.
His acting the whole way through.
It's just perfect, isn't it?
Like he absorbed that role and went, I believe.
He did believe.
He believed the whole way through. And then at the end, when he's in the chair and he's sweating and he looks like death, like, that's him doing that.
Yeah.
It's not prosthetics. He is sat there making himself look like he's dying. You know, so good. And the stunts are good. And the way he believes, but the way he holds his hands and the way he's sort of like a preacher. Yeah. But he's also a realist.
He really carries himself, doesn't he?
Yeah, just... Come on now.
He gives himself the weight
that
you expect from somebody who is as well respected as he is.
Yeah, and who's been... How many years did he say he was looking for Neo?
All his life.
He's been looking for him all his life.
I can't remember how many specific years.
Because he was pulled out of the Matrix, wasn't he, Morpheus? So the first dude to ever do it found Morpheus and pulled him out. But Morpheus must have been quite young. Oh yeah, because he does say we don't normally pull people out past your age.
Yeah, because they can't handle it. They're too embedded in the
system, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I wonder how old Morpheus was when he was pulled out. I can't remember. I'm sure in one of the films they do say, don't they? Because Zion was already there when Morpheus was pulled out. The difference is the humans were living, but they had no way to integrate with the Matrix to bring more people out.
Yeah.
Because that was sort of Morpheus and this other guy's first thing, isn't it? To be plugged back in, to hack it. Because they've got the ports.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, really good idea. Great movie. Loved seeing it in the cinema. I can't believe I stayed away because by the time we got home, I was tired. I'd done a 12-hour day.
I mean, I was tired as well.
Yeah.
I was struggling.
Yeah.
But
I think the music keeps you going, though, because it's...
I mean, that soundtrack is phenomenal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. And I think all 3 films, I don't really count the 4th because it's not part of the main thing, but all 3 have quite good music choices for the style of film that it's trying to be. Yeah, just cool.
Yeah, it really sort of sets the mood of the era.
Yeah, you know, and it's funny to think that Neo he basically becomes Superman.
Yeah,
because he believes he can do it. He can do anything he wants. The only thing he doesn't do is have laser eyes and like frost breath, but he can fly, move super quick. You know, take a bullet, heal people, you know, run really quick, whatever. He can hack the Matrix. So it's kind of a superhero movie, but that's like the tiny little hidden dot at the back of the last page is a superhero movie because all of this other stuff is just in front of your face. You know, taking your imagination away with it. But yeah, it's just basically a really cool superhero movie.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, so much fun watching it. And by the time this comes out, I'm really sorry, but it'll be out of the cinema.
Cinema, yeah.
So I hope if you like the film, you were able to watch it.
It's on. It'll be on some streaming service, I'm sure. You just have to put up with adverts halfway through.
Yeah.
Because every single streaming service has now gone more money for adverts.
Yeah, exactly. So unfortunately, that's pretty much been my interesting week.
Well, so it's not been that long since we've talked to each other last. It's actually been less than a week now.
I think it must have been. I think was it last Thursday?
Yeah, so we've had a week.
So it's been just shy of a week.
Yeah, so normally we have like a week and a half, people, but it's only been a week.
Mm. Oh, I did do some filming.
You did do some filming.
Just drop this in right at the end.
Yeah, go
on. I'm making a video with Sherry about our travelling adventures.
Yeah.
And so we had to do, well, I say we had to, I wanted to do some bits to camera.
Yes.
And so I went to see Sherry yesterday. She was over in Salisbury, and we went for a little walk, and we found a little place where we could sort of do a little bit of chatting in front of the camera.
Bit of filming, yeah.
And I think it's gone all right. I think it looks okay.
I've watched it. I think it's good.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the result on it. But if you don't do bits to camera very often,
it's very difficult to relax in front of the camera. Sort of, you know,
kind of feel very
pushed into it. I think you want to do it, but you also feel pressured because you're a bit like, I don't normally do this, and other people are going to see this, and even though they're not stood there right then, you aren't relaxed.
It's hard to relax. I think as well, it's hard to relax because you go, this is going to be recorded.
Yeah. So
I need to get it right. I can't just
wing it.
It's not like having a conversation with someone and you just go, you can't stumble through the conversation. You have to get the point across quite quickly.
Yeah. Otherwise, people will just go, nope, scroll away. Or next video, whatever. Yeah.
So we've done some of that now. Hopefully, in the future, it'll be a little easier.
Yeah, but once you do it a couple of times, it's like this podcast, isn't it? Once you do it a couple of times, you get more used to it, and then it becomes, we figured out how to do that now. That's easily done.
Yeah, and that was the comparison I made when we started this. You know, it took us multiple attempts just to get the thing recorded enough to get the first episode.
Yeah,
because we started and we're like, right, what do we say? Right, hit record. I'm like, oh no, I've messed that up. Start again.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've messed that up. Start again. And now we just hit record, and unless there's like something really weird happens or unexpected, then we just kind of just get into it.
Just get on with it. Yeah.
And we kind of forget that the microphones are even in front because we just do it now. And we just sit here and we just have a chat.
Yeah, and we still use our hands as if we're actually just having a conversation without you buggers listening. This is the thing. Nobody can see.
Nobody can see how much we gesticulate throughout the entire thing, but we do. We're both like that.
Yeah.
But it just gets easier over time, and when we do more bits to camera, more pieces to camera in the future, and there will be more, it will get easier and easier.
Oh, of course it will. Yeah,
and it'll get more relaxed, and
you'll have more footage as well. And this is the thing. People like to. It's like I said to you downstairs. It's nice to put a face to the name. So, like again with our podcast, we could have never shown our faces, but that first video on the Instagram page, the top left video on the reels, is Jamie and I's original intro video, and we say what we do
in our old
downstairsy setup. Yeah,
on the dining room table.
On the dining room table, but that's our faces on there.
Yeah.
So people can go, oh right, so that's Jamie and that's Shaun. They're the two blokes I'm listening to. It's nice to put a face to a name. You and then what you tend to do is you tend to go, and like with the video thing, you go, oh, that's Sherry. Oh, she's the one who goes on holiday. Where's she gone now? Oh, look at that country. Yeah. She's been there. awesome. Let's have a look at going there.
Yeah.
You know, instead of just being like, oh, some AI-based wanderer.
Well, that's it. It could be,
could have been anybody, but now you've put the face to the name. I think it's a bit more personal, and that's good. I like that anyway. I don't know what the millennials think, but the Gen, whatever they are, X, Y, Zs.
But I'm not sure that would particularly care.
No, well, this is it, yeah.
But yeah, we'll have that, and we've got to do voiceover as well. Yeah.
Voiceovers will be nice.
Yeah, so we'll sit here, Sherry be in your seat.
Yeah.
And she's going to have to get over the anxiety of listening to herself.
Yeah.
Which, because it feeds back instantly into your ears. It's not actually as bad as you think.
No, it's like your conscience when you're talking and you can hear yourself talk.
Yeah.
In a room, it's
and if you think about the fact you can hear yourself talk.
Yeah. It's really like a what do they call it? An outer world crisis or whatever, existential crisis. Almost. Yeah. But it'll be gravy. I've been told I've got a book reader's voice. I could work for Audible. If she wants me to read some stuff for her, I'll put on my best voice. And I'll be like that.
Well, you can play the part of me if you want.
Yeah, but everybody knows your voice.
Yeah, but you don't sound like a girl.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to doing the voiceover.
Yes.
Hopefully, we'll be doing that in the next week. That's going to be a little tricky. I've got to finish the video first.
Yeah.
I need to finish the video, and then we can then add the audio voiceover on top.
Yeah.
We've done the intro. We've done the outro, which is in the video.
Yep.
Because that's the bit we recorded yesterday. And it's going to be... I'm hoping it's going to be good. It's coming together. When I first put the video together, and I've got all these like just pictures.
Yeah.
Started off with just these pictures and a handful of videos. And I've had to sort of make them look... And I've had to do things with that video to make it look more interesting than just seeing your grand slideshow from...
1992.
Yeah, from when she was a nipper.
Yeah.
You know, oh, look at this. This is from our holiday at Skegness or whatever.
We went to Blackpool for a day. Yeah.
One picture, another picture.
Yeah.
So, hopefully it's a bit more... entertaining than that.
Yeah.
But we'll see how the voiceover goes, because that could make or break it. You know, for a start, you've got to listen to this voice again. Thankfully, the video is only 8 minutes. About 8 minutes, yeah. So it's not too bad.
A voiceover will be nice. So let's plug it in here. Where would they be able to watch this video when it finally drops?
I'm not going to plug it yet because I don't have all the information yet. I know what the channel's going to be.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was up and running already.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll put a link to the channel in the description.
Yeah.
The video's not ready yet. Might take just a little bit longer. So bearing in mind, some people can throw videos together really quickly. Like you might watch something on YouTube and they only filmed it a week ago.
And it's already like professional online.
Yeah, but that's because it's what they do all the time. It's kind of it's their thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Whereas
I'm trying to put this video together around doing everything else I've got to do.
3 jobs.
Yeah, a podcast, 2 jobs, kids to look after.
Yeah.
And spending the time with Sherry as well. And then in my downtime from that...
Trying to squeeze in TV or a game.
Yeah, TV, game, and trying to squeeze in this video as well. So I've got a few things going on at the same time.
Yeah. We'll definitely put it in though. When the video's ready, we'll definitely have the link up, people. It's a travel company, isn't it?
Yeah.
Help you book holidays and stuff.
Yeah, so Sherry's a travel consultant.
Yeah, that's the words I was thinking of. Yeah. Travel consultant. Yeah.
And this is going to be our little vlog.
Yeah.
That will relate. You know, sort of give a bit more colour, a bit more depth to
the business,
to the whole thing. Yeah. But I'll put a link in the description for the channel.
Yeah.
And I'll put our website in as well.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
So if anybody's interested in going on holiday or has any plans for going on holiday, give her a shout, see what she can do. I'm sure she can help.
Yeah, definitely give her a shout.
And yeah, feel free to subscribe to the empty channel.
Yeah, yeah. it will get filled up pretty soon. Yeah,
we've got some plans for it. So
that's good though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as I finish this video, I've got another one to start.
Busy boy.
It will never stop.
No.
Anyway, I've waffled on for long enough.
That's all right, mate. It's good for you to waffle.
Considering I haven't done very much this week.
Yeah.
I've managed to fill quite a lot of time there.
That's all right. It's good, mate. It's good.
So Shawnee, what have you been up to?
Oh dear. Well, yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, yeah. We watched Matrix yesterday. I said that we finished loads of TV shows last time. Me and Katie have started watching Stranger Things. I don't know if I mentioned that last week.
Yeah, I think you did. Yes.
Oh, well, we finished series 2.
Yeah,
the other night
because you really enjoyed, even though you weren't alive then, the idea of hopping on a BMX.
Yeah,
and just going on an adventure.
Just riding around, without being told to get off people's land and stuff like that. Still really good. Katie's enjoying it. Series 2, we're on to Series 3 now. Starts to ramp up a little bit. But yeah, I liked it. Yeah.
What do you think is your favorite? I know you've seen them all already. What's your favourite series?
It would be Series 1.
Yeah.
Because it's just me in it. Series 1 of everything. It's the build-up. It's this is new. Oh.
This is the pure idea.
This is the pure idea. When they first wrote this series was what they were basing everything on. And don't get me wrong, some bits have got better, some bits have got worse. A bit like Harry Potter. You have kid actors.
Yeah.
So as they grow up, the acting changes and the vibe of the show changes because they're not. It's not like the In-Betweeners where they're all 30 years old and they're playing 18-year-olds and they stay within their 30s when they record it all. It's these kids literally grow up as the show goes on. Series 1's really good. Series 2's quite good, but I think Series 1 for me because it was quite contained. So you had the 4 boys and then you had their families.
Yeah.
And 2 of them families you didn't really see much of, and you had a couple of characters, key players. And as the series go on, and like rightly so, it should involve more people because it becomes a bigger thing. The problem gets worse.
Yeah.
People have relationships, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I just liked it that it was so contained. And they actually finished up the series quite well. Everything was hush-hush. We won't kill you like all bad guys normally would. You can stay alive, just don't talk about it. It's a confidentiality clause. Done. Nicely wrapped up. And they sort of done that again with Series 2, which is quite nice. Definitely recommend. If you've never seen it, it might not be everybody's cup of tea. I quite liked it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I like the idea of Will still being sort of the main dude. Everything all right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, I pulled the face, yeah.
I quite like Will being the main guy. And it's like, because Will's already been there in the Upside Down, he's then like prime target for everything that comes after, which is actually quite good. I quite like that idea.
Yeah.
Instead of them just going, let's just leave Will alone. No, the kid's traumatised, and so he should continue to be so, because, and there's one bit in Series 2 where they talk about PTSD and like soldiers getting it and stuff like that. And of course, now it's a common spoken about thing.
Yeah.
But they actually make a point of saying this new way of thinking is true. Like, I've seen blokes struggle with stuff and this explains it. And like, you think, God, it took a doctor how long to go, this is a common thing. Yeah, and it's all to do with your mental health. Like, quite nice to see that in a TV show. So yeah, started doing that. Got a big old model to paint for our good friend Brad. That's gonna be a bane of my life. Got it out the box to spray. It's when you prime a Warhammer model, it's all thingy. I'm gonna say this now. Hopefully nobody important's listening. It's all resin. So what that means is the model's normally like plastic or whatever.
Yeah.
But somebody has done it on their sort of computer at home with a 3D printer for Brad.
Oh, nice.
So it weighs a bloody ton. But it weighs a ton, but it's more fragile than, a glass tube.
Really?
Picked it up to spray it. I was cradling it like a baby. One of the legs just falls off. And the connecting bit is about an inch thick of pure resin. Super glued into place, but it just snaps off. Not where the super glue is either. It snapped off at a point where, I don't know, maybe there's a tiny little air bubble in the resin or something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So all the little tubes and all the little tiny walkways, because this thing's quite big, it's about that big. And all the little tubes and connector ports have come off
for
as
the
well.
listener, that's at least a foot tall.
Yeah, it's a foot tall model. So I've sprayed that.
Hand movements again for an audio format.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I might just put a picture of it up later. Anyway, I did message Brad and I said, it's broken.
Yeah.
Loads of bits have come off. And that was just from me handling it. So fragile. Anyway, I sprayed it up, started painting. Lovely job. That's going quite well. Yeah, if my idea goes ahead for Saturday, that's what I'll be painting.
Yeah,
on the video.
I can't wait to watch it, and halfway through you'll be going, "Oh, it's broken."
Yeah. Oh, another bit's come off. Damn it. I will have to put in a big 18 sticker on it. God, this little bit's come off. Why has he stuck it on there? Yeah, quite difficult to paint resin models. You've got to bathe them.
Okay.
In very up liquid. Give them a little scrub because obviously they're coated in.
Like an oil,
yeah, whatever it is. Don't know, don't care, hate it. Put in the spray on there. I use about 1.5 cans of spray, and these sprays are expensive.
Yeah.
So I was like, this better be bloody worth it. Yeah, do love you, Brad. Love painting your models. I said I would paint it. He chucked me a little bit of money for it. What a lovely lad he is. For me time spent. I have some cool ideas for it. I might post a picture up when I'm done. I don't post any pictures of me Warhammer really.
No.
On social media, but
I said you need a new channel, a new.
Yeah, I can't be asked to get it all going and get every model out to take a photo
and take photos and yeah,
put it up there. Brad has put a few pictures. I've painted a few things for Brad. If you go on his Slaneshi Brad profile, most of the models you see on there I've actually painted. So if you want to see some of me work for Brad, it's on there. Yeah, so
I'll stick a link in the description for that as well.
Yeah, awesome. What else would it's only been a couple of days. What did I even do Sunday? I'm sure I did something important in the afternoon.
Been too busy watching all your series.
That's it. We spoke about Acolyte. Cooked dinner. Oh, I know.
Didn't go anywhere.
Do you know what? I'm sure I did something quite important, but I can't remember. So yeah, apart from that, I've just been working.
Fair enough.
Working and
cooking dinner for your nan.
Cooking dinners.
Walking the dog.
Walking the dog. Cantankerous, that dog. That dog don't like me. Yeah. Basically, that's it. I mean, it's not much going on, really, at the moment. I just got to get lots of... Oh, this is what I was going to talk to you about.
Go on.
This is what I was going to talk to you about. So, I've been asked by Matthew, to play in 2 gigs. So, there's a singer-songwriter who does country music.
Yeah.
And she's got 2 shows coming up in July and September.
I did see her. I've seen some clips.
Yeah. It's that one.
Yeah.
Tiny.
Tiny.
It's TAYNEE, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tiny.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. It don't matter anyway. So he's asked me to play bass for these 2 things. Now I haven't properly played bass. I've dabbled now and then, but I haven't actually played properly in about 4 years. As in, got my bass out and had to look at music and learn a song.
Have you still got a bass guitar?
Yeah, I've still got them all.
Oh, okay.
I haven't sold them all. I've only sold my amp. So I got out the lovely Liv. Called this one Liv. The boys brought me it when I was in a band, don't you know? So I started transposing it. Well, yeah, a long time ago now. And looking at this sheet music, and I just thought, oh my God, I can tell how long it's been because he's given me the guitarist, he's a really nice dude. They like the bassist himself hasn't written anything down. The dude who recorded bass in her songs, like I can't seem to get the music for.
Yeah.
There's no music anywhere for it. And she's not an Allmer guitar or anything like that because it's quite sort of new. So the guitarist has written down his music, but obviously it's like capo 1.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm like, all right, so the core of the chord is this, but actually for me it's a C.
Yeah.
And then I'm playing it, and then I'm like, that doesn't sound right. No, because it's actually a D. Or whatever. You know what I mean? I had to actually... My brain was just going, if you don't unlock the door that is from ages ago, and at this point, I'd messaged Brad and this singer, and I said, I'm really struggling. I haven't actually touched the bass properly in so long. Like, I'm going to need some help. Somebody's got to tell me what sort of scale it's in, because otherwise I'm going to get lost. And then the other day, I was having a little jam on the bed, going through a couple of the songs, because there's a couple of covers. So I was like, I'll get them down because there's a tab for them and the music's out there, and I basically know 9 to 5 and stuff like that, which is what we're doing.
Yeah.
So got that down, stretched the old fingers out, and then my brain just went, here's the key. And I was like, I still remember everything.
Yeah,
Started playing
nice.
Hysteria, got the sheet music out, and then one of these songs is the same chords over and over again. And then I was like, oh, but the bass does this funny little roll thing, And I was like, oh, I bet it's this scale. Oh, there you go. Learn that song. Easy. Yes.
Nice.
I was like that. Oh, thank God I can remember, because I look like a right swat. If I went to the practice and they went, we've only got a month to go to the gig. Have you learnt the songs? And I go, nah, don't know them.
Yeah, that's good though. That's good that you've...
Oh, I was nervous because it's been so long since I've done anything properly musical.
Yeah.
And that isn't just have a couple of chords or like just have a little jam, try and play Can't Stop again. Like to actually use your brain to go, do you remember all of the scales from when you were in college? No. But it's come back to me. So Matthew, if you're listening to this, I have been actually practicing the songs.
This is good news.
Yeah.
So when is it looking like you're going to be playing?
The gig itself is the 27th of July in Southampton.
Yeah.
Yet to know venue myself. I'm sure this Taney girl's got all the details, but I don't have them yet. I just want to get the practices out the way first, so I know that it's all going to gel together.
Yeah.
And that it sounds good, and then maybe I'll put it up on the page maybe. And there's another date in September, but it's a bit weird because the song recordings, because I have to have Spotify now, so I've got rid of Amazon Music because none of her music's on there. So she sent me a link. She's made the set list into a playlist.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. Spotify does. And she sent me the Spotify link for it. And I was like, oh, I'll get a 7-day free trial. Listen to it a couple of times. And then it went, no. You're not allowed to listen to this set list because you haven't paid. So we're going to play 1 or 2 songs from this set list she sent you. But then we're just going to put you onto random stuff. That's
what happens.
So I was like, right, well, I've got to pay for that then. Because I want to listen to it in set list order every day.
Yeah.
Because that's how I sort of do it. Like when we used to do gigs as a band, I'd listen to the set list. So as I was walking around and stuff.
So you know how each song links into the next.
Yeah. And I can remember certain bits. And like we used to do Kasabian Clubfoot, and I'd need to listen to that bass solo, even though it's quite simple. I would always mess it up.
Yeah.
I'd need to listen to it anyway, stuff like that. So I was like, right, well, I better pay for Spotify then, because none of her music's on Amazon Music, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's all good. So I've had to get that. So I listen to the set list every day, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, right, yeah. And I'm just chucking me letters in, just being like, yeah. Oh, thank fuck for that, yeah. That's a C, yeah. Okay, F, yeah. Oh, that's a blue scale, that is. Oh, thank fuck for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty good news. I was so happy because it's been on my mind for so long. Like I was going to ask you to help me transpose some of these things, and I was like, oh, I'm going to look like a right pillar having to ask other people to help me transpose.
No, because the difference is with me is I know you haven't played much.
Yeah.
I mean, you might ask me, and I might just be like, I don't really know. I just play for fun. I just look at tab and go, yep, I'll play along to the tab, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But I would have helped you.
Yeah. No, I know you would have. I just wanted to make sure that I still had it locked away in the old brain cells somewhere on how to do it. And it felt nice to play the bass properly again. Instead of just jamming out.
I'm actually really happy that you've picked up the guitar again.
Yeah?
Yeah, because for so long, like we've spoken for years now about how you used to play.
Yeah.
Oh, and I haven't played for so long. Oh, I can't. Yeah, and it's just like you should just get back into it.
Yeah. This has been a nice push, actually.
And I've always been a bit surprised that you spent time in college specifically learning music.
Yeah.
To then
not do anything with it.
Yeah. But not even like not do anything, like not even sit at home and just play.
Yeah.
Like it's literally like, I finished this, I'm going to put that down, and it's like picking up your kid for the last time.
Yeah.
You don't realise, but one time in your life will be the last time you pick up that child.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like the same thing with your bass. It's like you had it, and then you put it down, and that's it. It's never been touched since.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm really glad you're back into it because I love playing music.
Yeah.
And I'd like to play more and be better.
Mm.
I'm struggling a bit with time at the moment, as we've discussed.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you need any help, if you want to borrow, well, I'd say use my amp, but it is a guitar amp. But on low, at least it'll probably still be fine. It's not it's not being used for anything else.
Yeah. That's very kind of you, sir.
Or you get
one of those bad boys. The thing is, the bass is so loud. Even when I'm just finger plucking, it's still loud enough for me to hear it over the music to know that I'm playing it right.
Here's a nice little thing for you. Put the head of the guitar on your table and play.
Really?
Yeah. You can thank me later for that.
Okay. I'll try that on my desk.
Yeah.
Is it to do with the vibrations going through the table then?
Yeah, and it'll amplify it.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. I never thought about that. I play when I practice at home though. I do sit cross-legged and it sits in my lap like a classic guitar.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy to do it.
No,
but you'll be if you can just get it to touch
something solid. Yeah,
it'll send a vibration down. Because basses are massive on vibration.
Yeah.
You normally feel the bass of a song, don't you? You don't feel the guitar.
Yeah.
But the frequencies that the bass produces, gives you a vibration. Good vibes.
Good vibes only from the 4-stringer there.
Yeah.
So no, that's really cool. Yeah, cheers for offering to help. Yeah, I would have asked you if I couldn't unlock that bloody door and just go, how do I do this? What does capo 1 mean on a guitar if I'm trying to do bass? And what scale is it if he's obviously doing it, And I know it sounds so simple to some people. And when you go on Reddit and people are like, are you dumb? It's just this. And you go, yeah, but my brain can't fathom it that easy. But then you get there, don't you?
In my head, if a guitar's got the capo on fret 1, it makes no difference to you on the bass because you're not playing chords.
No, that's true. But
so you're not strumming with an open string generally. I mean, you might be, but if you're playing some real fancy bass stuff, but generally speaking, it won't make too much difference. And if there is an open note to be used,
then you just obviously play the note which the capo's on. Yeah. It's stuff like that though, because I thought for bass. So if he for example plays, I did work it out. I know time's getting on. I'll wrap this up in a minute. Where is it? I love the guy, by the way, for sending me the stuff. I think his name's Christian.
I mean that is very.
It's
helpful.
very helpful. The first thing in the group chat he did was he sent me all of the stuff, and he was like, "Here you go." And I think Matt did sort of say he hasn't played bass in ages. He's doing us a big favour. Yeah. So I think they appreciate the fact that So he plays. So obviously he's got capo 1.
Yeah.
On the guitar, and he plays a C sharp, a G sharp, and an F sharp.
Okay.
So on bass, that is C, G, and F. It's not sharp.
If he's playing open, yeah. But you'll still be playing, surely, C sharp.
Because you got to remember, he's obviously just a fret up, but we have to take him a fret down.
If he's playing relative to where, yes.
So we would move a fret down when it's on capo 1.
Yes, of course.
So we play C, G, F, but he's playing C sharp, G sharp, F sharp. Yeah. Obviously, if it's power chords, it's really easy to sort of figure out in your head because the root finger just moves up and down, doesn't it?
Simple.
But yeah, I love this. There's another one she does. I'm just going to name some of her songs. Like the Midnight, quite nice. It's one of the songs which has got a bass roll in it, which I'm going to have to figure out. But again, capo 1, but it's E flat, F. So for me, obviously that would then be
E,
D.
Yeah.
D. It would be D.
Going backwards.
Backwards, up a little bit. Yeah, some quite nice songs. It's country, but it's got some kind of like rocky, poppy vibe in the background.
Alt country,
yeah, and the bass is quite nice. That's why I didn't really mind doing it.
I used to listen to Ryan Adams, not Brian.
Ryan Adams.
Ryan Adams years ago.
Yeah,
in my late teens, early 20s, and he is an alt country. He's quite big in the alt country game, or he certainly was. I don't know if he's so big anymore. But he was a prolific songwriter at the time.
I might have to check him out.
And he's got some really good stuff. But I'll send you some Spotify links.
Yeah, send me some Spotify links now.
Welcome to the club where they abuse all the artists.
Yeah.
And you feel bad about it, but they've got such a big library that as a user, it's great.
It was a no-brainer. I can get any of her songs on my Amazon, and even though I pay for Prime, I've had to deactivate the music, because that's £11 a month for the music.
Oh, okay.
Whereas Spotify's whatever, but I can't get her songs. It's a shame the world just doesn't go right. Everybody can have the same stuff, but then you're giving people the option to choose what service they have.
Yeah.
Because then it doesn't matter.
There are some good points and bad points about Spotify.
Agreed.
But for me, I've been subscribed to it for, I can't remember how long now, like 15 plus years.
Yeah, since it first started, really.
Well, even longer than that, yeah. It's probably getting on close to like 18 to 20 years or something stupid.
Yeah.
I'd have to, I can't even check. But I signed up quite early on because I didn't like adverts.
Yeah.
I got over those adverts quite quickly. And
yeah.
There's other stuff. There's stuff that some of the other streaming services have, like the hi-fi music, lossless and all this kind of stuff. Like Tidal's got a few different options with like 3D audio. And I gave it a try. And it sounds nice, and some of the stuff they do with the sound to make it sound good is quite impressive, but it's not every song.
Yeah.
So sometimes you're like, oh, I love the sound of this. I wish I could apply this to this song. And you turn that song on, and it's just in standard quality. And you're like, but that's the best you're going to give me for that one.
Yeah.
It's too hit and miss.
Yeah.
Whereas at least with Spotify, every song is the same quality.
Yeah.
Depending on how well they recorded it, but that the limiting factor is the quality of the recording, not the quality of the output.
Yes.
So, yeah, I like Spotify. You always hear bad things about it, like they don't pay enough and whatever, and it's obviously a big concern. But what do you do as a user? I like the service.
This is it, and for my purpose at the moment, having that gig set list. And I can literally just repeat it while I'm working in my head. So when we get there, I can be like, is the set list in the order that you sent me the thing? Yeah, right, well, we can play from the first song because that's what I've done.
As a little bonus, you'll also get podcasts on there.
Yeah, that's how I listened to our Load of Ship.
Oh, yeah, nice.
That's how I listen to it. Normally I download them to Amazon Music, but now I've got Spotify. I was able to listen via the Spotify app.
And audiobooks. Maybe if your subscription has the audiobooks on it.
But I do pay for Audible because I get the free credit thing.
Yeah.
So I think I'll keep.
I don't really like the setup for the audiobooks on Spotify. Because it limits you to an amount of time. You only get 15 hours free a month.
Instead of a book.
Instead of a book. So you can be halfway through. Like I can burn through that 15 hours in 1 week if I'm working.
Yeah.
And then if you want to top it up, it's £10 for 10 hours. So £1 an hour to continue. And you're like, well, I'll just wait.
Yeah.
But I'm halfway through a book.
Yeah.
So there are issues with it.
There's ups and downs to all the types of services, And I'm just going off the back of a service for the people talk. what's with Netflix putting adverts in now? They made their name on having no adverts. You pay a bit of money, your family can share an account.
Well, they all do it now, don't they?
But this is the thing, like, what they've done is they've gone, we set the precedent here for streaming services, kind of, in the wider world. I know there was other ones before it, but Netflix was the first big boy, and everyone went, oh, amazing. Even though, you already had Amazon Prime, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But now they've got adverts on there as well. And I'm like that. Why should then we pay more money?
Which I agree. Why should we pay and still get adverts?
Yeah, because we're already paying.
Yeah.
We're paying now for what? So Netflix have paid for these shows to be made, like Stranger Things, for example. It's a Netflix show, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Netflix paid the Duffer Brothers to make it. Netflix then makes money through their subscriptions to pay themselves and the Duffer Brothers for Series 2.
Yeah.
That's kind of how you think it would work, yeah? And then they're going, do you know what? Because we're tight-fisted little shitbags, you have to pay, say 1 million people subscribe. We want 1 million people to pay £3 extra, which is £3 million, and that money's just going to go into my pocket because we're still getting money from adverts as well. So that's an extra 3 million. We've earned 6 million just from you deciding whether to have adverts or not. Whether you have adverts or not, we're still making 6 million.
Yeah.
Like, it's a bit like,
I think they could offer it for free, but there will be advert breaks, and there'll be advert breaks like you watch on Sky, where they're like
I don't mind
5
between
minutes
episodes.
long.
Yeah, I don't mind between episodes. It's the in-between episodes I don't get.
Yeah, it's in the middle. But if you've got to pay for the service, you don't want that.
Yeah.
If you were to watch Sky, for example, their advert breaks are ridiculous.
Yeah, but they are between shows, aren't they? You don't have them...
Well, you get them in the middle of shows as well. So, like, usually it's every 20... If it's an hour-long show, every 20 minutes you'll get an advert.
Oh, yes.
So you'll get 2 advert breaks within one show, and then 1 advert break in between shows. But if you're not paying for the service in the first place, you could put 10 minutes of ads in the middle of the show. If it's an hour-long show, you can put 10 minutes in there and just obviously split it up and be like, well, you're not paying for the service, so we're making the money here.
Yeah.
If you want no adverts, this is what it costs.
Yeah.
And actually, I think more people would then go, oh, I'll pay for that.
Yeah. Not I already pay for it, but you want me to pay more because you've changed your mind now. I mean, fair enough. Please don't send anybody to kill me, Netflix. I'm quite happy with your service, as I've just plugged Stranger Things for most of this episode. It's just little things. If I made a streaming service, so I had the money to do one, it would be like, I wouldn't work it like that. Maybe I would have, when you first load up the app, here are some adverts. Before you've even chosen what to watch, let these adverts run in the background while you're making your cup of tea.
Yeah.
And then there'll be no adverts. Because somebody will load it up and go, we'll just have a look at what to watch, but first we've just got to watch these 2 minutes.
Yeah,
kind of like what YouTube does. Sometimes you can skip the adverts, but sometimes you can't. Just maybe a bit like that. But as you load the app, so when you've chosen your show, you've gone, it's all right, we've watched all the ads.
Yeah, you can just get into it.
And now we can just watch and enjoy.
Just enjoy it.
Yeah. Great business mind, mate.
I'm going to show you something after this episode.
Okay.
Right.
Well, shall we wrap it up there? Because we've been talking now for how long?
An hour.
Wow. Go on then, boy.
How much?
How much?
Right, well, I hope you've enjoyed our little ramble.
Yeah.
Yes. Get in touch with us and let us know how your week's been.
Yeah. I always try and put them in the things, guys. Yeah, always get in touch. There's some episodes which are more for you to comment on. We'd like to get more commenters.
Yeah, be nice.
To reply to a few things. I do try and mention them. We had a few the other month, and I put them up in little posts and stuff.
Yeah.
That's actually quite nice for people to get in touch. So if you have any, quips about Netflix or information about Fallout that you think we've missed or anything like that, please get in touch on the show notes or at wiqgdd@gmail.com.
Nice.
And we'll endeavour to read them and reply to you. Maybe in the next episode.
Yeah.
We'll actually talk about it. So there you go.
Lovely. Right. Let's go then.
Let's do it.
Look after yourself.
Be good.
And stay out of the sand.